Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
While the anime industry is blooming day by day, coming up with a better animation on each passing season, on the other hand, Korean manhwa also had something great to offer. And for that, in today's video, we will be looking at 10H manhwa with breathtaking art. But before we go any further, if you enjoy my content, I want you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first in line to get notified. Let's start with a short and simple entry. Cram school scandal. Our protagonist is a young professor. After years of hard work, he finally gets a job in the most prestigious Cram school in Gangnam, a place full of female students coming from rich families. The only catch is he can't have an affair with any of his students, but he is free to have fun with principal. Now that is a separate story. Surrounded by all hot girls seducing him from all directions, what should he do? Of course, accept their kind request. What else would you expect? And end up having threesome. Now one of his students is the daughter of a big Korean star. She had genuine feelings for him. The art style is decent, and the story is short and simple without having any Korean sauce, which makes it perfect for everybody. Domination is such a huge spectrum, always left a bittersweet taste to its viewer. Similarly to Rain Curtain, it follows the revenge story of a main character whose brother has stolen everything from it. After many years living in regret, RMC finally decided to live with his brother. Looking for an opportunity to take his revenge, he starts with his wife. Using various skill, RMC makes her completely loyal to him. Slowly he used all the different methods his brother once used and steal everything precious from him. The art style is completely dominating. All the action scenes shown are breathtaking. The story mainly focuses on a revenge part between two brothers, alongside all that BDSM top up, as violence will keep on increasing, which might not be suitable for everyone. Hidden desires are always hard to understand, especially the woman's interior motive. Jung-hoon, a freelance novelist who is enjoying his newlywed life. His wife got impressed by her work, and both decided to live a happy married life together. The only problem is RMC is not so good in the pleasing department. In the first year of marriage, despite his wife's dedication, their marital relationship always feels unsatisfactory. Then one day he accidentally encounters Yoonju, the girl next door. With a sensual body, RMC head is filled with all sorts of weird desire. Yes, an extramarital affair, but his neighbor is not having any problems with it. In fact, she is ready to help him with whatever she got. Both started to explore all their hidden desires that they cannot explore with their partner. The manhwa ended on a good note, so go ahead if this type of plot excites you. If not, then the next entry might be something you are looking for. For this entry, I call it a beginner's pick, who just started their journey into a manhwa world. This is a sweet entry like a sweet guy, which I highly recommend. RMC is a student living in an apartment full of girls, something like a girl next door. On her way home, MC saves an old man's life, which in return gave RMC a tonic of youth, that whenever he had a strong desire, the atmosphere around her changed completely. Does anyone know the address of that grandpa? Main character university life is also not going well, labeled as loser, but now with tonic his life changed completely, and suddenly he had everything. Although manhwa has a harem plot, sadly it didn't make it to a harem ending. I'm not complaining, as the ending was quite wholesome. MC gets to know in detail each and every girl he comes across. Jinsu is a shy university student who had a secret only few people knew about. On social media he was famous for his work. Known as Malja, an experienced erotic photographer, he had a crush on one Insta model, and her dream is to take her photos in Malja style. How stupid, I know, but we can all have our own dreams, right? Sneaking for the opportunities, his beautiful neighbor came to know his little secret and asked him to take her photos like that. As promised, she introduced RMC with his crush. Yeah, that's all for the plot. After that, turn off your brain and enjoy the ride, because all girls are crazy for MC and want their pictures to be taken in Malja style. The art style reminds me of my sister's neighborhood from the last list I have made. If you haven't checked out, then you miss quite some fun. RMC has a girlfriend and lives with her, which is hard for me to believe. Also, she is not so ordinary by any means. So far she is loyal and doesn't cheat on main character. Somehow RMC gets into a big company, and there he has another hottie waiting for him. I mean his lady boss, who is young maybe. That's why they named the series Young Boss, I guess. Now RMC feels more attracted towards his boss and less towards his girlfriend. You know the pain, like you are saving money for months to buy RTX 2080, and then 2 months later Nvidia brings 3080 with double the power and half of its price. Something like that. Now RMC is always looking for a reason to break up. I feel sad for her girlfriend, but we get to see in action with her. Such a waste of beauty. All in all, the manhwa is a good read. At least so far we don't get any NT or stuff, and you know how important it is. For this entry is quite confusing. Author has come up with a great storyline, but forcefully try to fit the story into the H genre. It follows the story of a female assassin working in a secret commission organization where all females are trained to assassinate people when they are most vulnerable, like during their fun period. Where RMC is a cartoonist. On a rainy day he meets a female character and offers her his umbrella. Now he can't stop thinking about her. But the problem is both are in a completely different profession, and their chances of being together are little to none. For the art style part, it is completely on a whole new level. Author has put so much effort into character development. The only drawback is, it doesn't have much of an action scene required looking from the H genre perspective. Apart from that, the story has good thriller suspense. Childhood bully with a tsundere personality. As for the story, it's pure vanilla. RMC used to get bullied by a female character. The only way he could think to end his painful days is to study hard and get into a prestigious university. After that, RMC started tutoring other students to cut off some of his living expenses. But he always refuses to tutor female students due to his childhood trauma. As it's an adult manhwa, in the end RMC gets tricked and ended up tutoring his childhood bully. The only catch is female-led, doesn't have any motivation to study, and the only way to get her focus is to teach her the hard way. Yes, the way you are thinking right now. The artist is the same from Pheromone-Holic, so the art style is amazing. To make things interesting, we have the M. Sakai arc as well. To sum it up, we have good art, and the M. Sakai plot makes it a must-read. To be honest, this entry deserves to be on the top spot, but due to some personal preference, I had to put it on a second spot, because we all have a soft spot for M. Sakai. RMC was wasting his time without having any clear thoughts about the future. Then he decided to join the civil service. In order to get good grades, he enrolled himself in a boarding school at Noryangjin City, where the study group was filled with hotties, and the place he was staying also had the best study partner. There is nothing special about the plot, but the art style is best in class. Now the question is, will Hanso be able to get love and a position as a public servant? I'm not sure about the public servant part, but for the love he will get plenty of it. There are girls who offer some special services, and with my experience those were worth checking out. Let me ask you something. If you were to pick the best MILF of all time, your answer might probably come from the stepmother's best friend or secret class. But when I read this, we have a new winner for this spot. Although introduced as best friends, mom is not a good thing. But how can you accept this plot another way around? Junwoo is a student living at his best friend's house, along with 2 of his best friend's sisters, and sweet caring friend's mom. The owner of the house runs a parlor, and for that she asked our MC to do some tests, which in the end turns out to be a success. 3 girls and 1 male living under the same roof. You know what to expect. There are many other manhwa coming with this type of concept, and for that you need to wait for future videos. Alright guys, I think that's more than enough phenomenal art. We have discussed it in today's video. If any of your favorite entries are missed, feel free to drop a comment down below. Now that I have decided to make more manhwa videos, I suggest you all hit that subscribe button to never miss any future upload. At last, I wish you all a happy, healthy weekend. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.